on there, everyone? Well, the Democratic debates, the second night, has just wrapped up, and I'm just going to say, whoa. There were some flamethrower moments towards each other in this debate. This was more of the debate that I like, where they get down to the nitty gritty and start going after each other a little bit. Um, Notable was the Tulsi Gabbard attack on Kamala Harris, on her prosecutor, her time as a prosecutor. My goodness, Tulsi opened up a flamethrower whoop ass on her. And that was pretty good. But Tulsi also really, really upset me. You watch my videos, you've seen many times where I take up for Tulsi Gabbard. Not that I would ever vote for a Democrat, especially nowadays, with the way the party is. But I take up for her because she seemed like more sane than most of them. Well, when she actually came out and said Trump supports Al Qaeda. Well, you're an idiot, Tulsi Gabbard. She keeps calling Trump a warmonger. Let's think. Let's just think about this for a second. Let's go back to Clinton. Actually, we can go back further than that. We can go all the way. You can go back as far as you want to. It doesn't matter. We'll start at Bush number 1. Warmonger. Neocon. Clinton. Warmonger. He had us in so many secret wars, the American people were actually quite shocked to hear about some of them. Okay. Bush Jr. Warmonger neocon. Got us into pointless wars that we're still having issues with. Obama. The guy who would just send drones to go blow up things all the time. Trump. Cricket chirping. We did a few things in Syria because we were already mired there. So we knocked out the Taliban strongholds in Syria. And now we're pretty much done. We're still, yes, we are still in areas. But that's because, it's not because of Trump. That's because former presidents got us mired in something that is very hard to stop, apparently. I don't know why. Those places over there have always been crazy. They will always be crazy. They will always fight each other. There will always be civil war over there. Let's just get out of there for a while, I don't know. But moving on, yeah, it was actually pretty stunning to watch. And the misinformation, I won't say that they're lies, or that they're blatant lies, but it is misinformation that they were spewing out. Who was it? Was it Kamala Harris? I believe it might have been Kamala Harris who was talking about... Was it Kamala Harris? I don't know. I think it was Kamala Harris. It could have been yeah, it was Kamala Harris. Okay. Kamala Harris was talking about wage statistics. And a few others chimed in about how women get paid so much less. Hispanic women get paid even more or less. It's like, okay, where are you getting your statistics from? Because from all the actual statistics that I've gathered through the years, everything you said was a lie. I don't know. I don't like to call it a lie because maybe you're just not educated about that stuff that much. Maybe that's just not one of the things that you've really focused on. But it's been pretty much proven that everyone gets equal pay. It's just generally some men work harder than some women. And they put in more hours and more time at their job. Therefore, they get paid more. But their hourly rate would be the same. Then you got to take into effect or into account experience levels, this, that, and the other. That's not a good look, Kamala, because a lot of people know what you're talking about isn't true. In a way, in a sense, to me, tonight, besides Donald Trump being the real winner, second up, I would actually say were the lesser knowns. They did a pretty good job. You know, they seemed to be holding the moderate line pretty hard. And I think it was a guy from Washington. I don't really know his name that well because I don't think I'm ever gonna really need to speak on it. But he seemed pretty decent. And then he got off into the global warming thing and climate change stuff, and then he lost me there a little bit. But yeah, and then Biden going ahead and saying, yeah, I think by blah blah blah, what was it, 2030 or something, everyone should be in electric cars. Do you know how much pollution is made and produced during the manufacture of those batteries for electric cars? No, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. I don't think any of y'all Democrats do. Because you don't pay attention to facts. And you don't pay attention to stuff that kind of goes with what you're talking about, but it doesn't at the same time. Brilliant. Brilliant. But I did like the debate. Like I said, it was pretty fiery. They were going after each other pretty hard. And I saw on Twitter that right as it started, people were slamming Biden for welcoming Kamala Harris on the stage. Isn't everyone calling for more civility? That seemed pretty civil of an act, you know. The woman who really bashed you and got you good at the last debate, you welcomed her very graciously onto the stage. That seems like something people would be like happy about, but no, apparently Twitterati were pretty upset about it for some reason. I don't get it; it doesn't make no sense. But yeah, it was pretty good. And to Gillibrand, she's sitting here saying, what did she say? She said something is the greatest threat to humanity. What was it? I can't. It's late. I'm not gonna remember probably. But the biggest threat to humanity is humanity itself. We're the biggest threat to everything, apparently, especially ourselves. Because people just don't seem to get along at all. I mean, we're one United States, and we can't get along for some ungodly reason. The political divide has made everyone so crazy. What I think happened was in 2016 with the election of Donald Trump, he got to show, or he made the crazy people visible. That's what he did, you know. Instead of it being a slow progression to their craziness, no, it was just crazy. Thank you, Donald Trump. Now we all know who the crazies are. I just, the left eats their own. I've said it numerous times, and that's what we saw tonight. See, last night they were very civil. They tried very hard not to attack each other, this, that, and the other. Not these guys. Not these guys. They went at it like pit bulls going at it. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. But Tulsi, man, that was upsetting. Talking about Trump like that. That was just, there was no fact in that. That was just her opinion, and she was spewing it like it was factual or something. And the crowd, of course, you know, CNN, they make sure to only put Democrats in there. Very staunch supporting Democrats, apparently. So they're just sitting there eating it up, they're clapping. Makes them look pretty simplistic too. But it was just something to behold, man. Everything I heard was just BS. Everyone attacked Biden for his positions. Yeah, that's what I mean. Of course, Biden's positions are going to be terrible. He was Obama's vice president. Obama was like one of the worst presidents we've had in a long time. I would have took Bill Clinton back over Obama. At least Bill Clinton, he kind of was good with our money. Obama did nothing good. The nation got further divided. Everyone says Trump's dividing the nation. No, Obama divided the nation. The nation was already fractured once Trump came along, and then everyone became obsessed with being outraged, and it just made it worse. It wasn't Trump's fault. We were already on slow decline of that. Mm-mm. It was pretty good though, man. It was pretty good. It warmed my heart to see them they just shit on each other's policies. And the bad thing is as they're all talking crap about each other's policies, the Democrats are going to have to vote for one of these people. Who are you going to pick? Whose crappy policy are you going to pick? I know a lot of people don't like Trump, but his policies are working for the country. From what I'm hearing about this Medicare for all, this, that, and the other, you're going to bankrupt the nation real quick. Real quick. And I give credit to those Democrats on those stages that called that out and said, you know what, this isn't going to work. And then you got people like last night, what was the name? Elizabeth Warren. We need to talk about, or we shouldn't be afraid to talk about policy, blah, blah, blah. When they're nonsensical, you shouldn't talk about them. Because they don't make sense. And you were called out numerous times, but you had the crowd, who was a bunch of far-left, probably activist types, cheering you on when they should have been cheering the person that was against you. Because he was making more sense. The Democrats are fractured, people. If you can't see it by the end of just these two debates, you need to open your eyes, because you must have your eyes clenched tight or something, because you can see the fracture in the Democratic Party. These are all Democrats, yet most of them have their own set of policies that are completely different from the next one, or contradict the next one, or this, that, and the other. You know, they don't work because it's like they're all different parties. It's like each one of them have a different party. It's pretty insane. I mean, there's really not much to say about it. It's the same thing we've been seeing. They're pandering on race. Of course, they have to attack white people. That's the new popular thing, I guess. I'm fine with that. I don't care, really, to be honest, because I have not done anything wrong to anybody, nor do I have any distinct privilege. Trust and believe. Live a day in my shoes, and you will see that most white people, like real white people, don't have these privileges y'all keep speaking of. Not at all. We all have privilege here in this country. It's called the American privilege. We get to do more and have more freedoms and everything. We are the best. We got it the best. But not if these people get elected. They're going to start slowly ripping everything away. First, your finances are going to go to crap because they gotta come up with all this money to pay for all these fantastical pie in the sky ideas. You know, free shit everywhere. But like I always say, nothing in life is free. Not a dang thing. The oxygen you breathe, the 20% oxygen in the air, that's free. If you're outside, you can find some water probably. That's free. Come on, man. If you're a realistic person, you can already see that these people have nonsensical policies. If you're on the fence, jump down. It's not good to be up on that fence. Jump on down here to terra firma reality. Because these people are truly going to destroy our country. And they're going to further this manufactured racial divide. And I do say manufactured. You know, kind of like the Dems say about the border, the manufactured crisis. Well, this race situation in our country right now is a manufactured crisis by the left. Trust me, when I go into town, nothing. There ain't no racism happening. I wear my Trump hat everywhere. I'll wear my Republican shirts. I'll wear all this stuff. It doesn't matter. No one cares. No one cares. It's not really affecting them. But they want to sit here and make it seem like this is one of the most pressing issues in our country. I disagree. I disagree. I think the national debt should be the most pressing issue. Because that's our debt. Last time I checked the debt numbers per person that works, it's like $130-something thousand worth of debt you have just because Washington spends money like it don't mean nothing. And then people that don't work still have like $68,000 per debt per person, which is insane. How about no one talks about that? Why didn't anyone talk about that? Why doesn't anybody talk about the national debt and how we manage that, how we get that down? No, because that doesn't make good television. Doesn't make good television. Talking economics, even though that's what's kind of important to me. And they're talking about when talking about Medicare, they're talking about drug prices and all that stuff, this, that, and the other. Well, guess who's trying to do something about that right now? That's right. Their president, President Trump. He's working right now to try to get our drug prices lowered because places like Canada and this, that, and the other are getting way cheaper prices on medication than we are. Trump has acknowledged that, and he's mad about it. And guess what? When Trump gets upset about something, he generally gets something done about it. Unlike the left, when they get upset, they cry and they pout and they piss and moan. It's very interesting. You know what else no one ever brought up, and I don't think either of these debates? Mueller, Russia. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder if it had anything to do with that Mueller hearing that was televised and we all got to see that Mueller didn't even know his own report. Interesting. Very interesting to me. But yeah, they just spewed the same old left-wing banter. Tried to sit there and pander to the same old crowds they pander to, as long as you're not a white male. It's crazy. Anybody who actually sit there and truly feel connected to any one of these people's messages, that makes me sad. That makes me sad. I just don't see why we can't all just be Americans together. Democrat or Republican, it shouldn't matter. Politics used to not be so important to most people. I've always loved politics since I was a kid. It's just interesting. But a lot of people never paid attention to politics until 2016. And those people, I say, you are in it for the wrong reason, my friends. You're in it to just be outraged and further cause problems. Stop. You can see from these Democratic debates that these people really, I don't think they really grasp real America. They live in these bubbles, in these big cities. And cities are toxic. I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to belittle anybody that lives in a city. Because, there will be a leftist probably on the comments who's like, I live in a city, I hate you, I'm not going to subscribe to you, blah, 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 which is fine. I mean, that's cool. It's your opinion, you can do what you want. Just because I ask people to like, share, and subscribe doesn't mean I'm trying to make you. I'm just asking, that's cool, it's courtesy, thank you. You're doing me a solid when you do that. I think it's about bedtime. I'm pretty sleepy. These debates have mentally taken it all out of me. Tomorrow's a brand new day. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you on the flip side.